Hey, everybody, welcome to Love and Reload, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross. I'm so blessed and honored today to be here live with one of my dearest friends in the relocation industry, Mr. Jack Jampel here. Hey, Jack, how's it going?
Great, Ben. Great. It is so great to be here in your offices. It's awesome. And I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah, thanks for making the trip, man. I love doing these in-person ones, it's just always so more authentic and everything when we're together.
Yeah, definitely. So,
We get to enjoy a little, a little lunch, a little dinner, some drinks maybe later.
yep.
Got to take Jack today over to the Frisco to the Star, to see our beloved Cowboys headquarters.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, but
When in Rome, right, Jack?
that's it.
What was your impression? Get in the comments, y'all. Let us know who you are, where you are. Hit that like button. Let everybody know we're live out there on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Jack, what was your impression of the
Yeah.
Star?
It was really impressive, and it's even more impressive because I come here after beating the Cowboys. So it was easier to take pictures, in Dallas.
Is
At
the
the
level of
stadium.
pride
Yeah.
confusing for you?
No, it's never confusing for me. There's only one pride. It's Philly pride.
I mean, the
Exactly.
level of pride in our franchise here, and the consistent ability for us to let ourselves down. It's an interesting, it's befuddling somewhat here. Let's see, we're having a little issue with the LinkedIn here. Let me see if I can hit that go live here. Get everybody. There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Love and Reload, voice of the relocation industry. I'm your host, Ben Cross. I'm here live with my dear friend, Jack Jampel, and it went live on YouTube. It went live on Facebook. It did not go live on LinkedIn. So it's always the best guests always have the hiccups.
I know, right? And also, I have to let everyone know I cannot see who's online because
I won't let
the
them.
way we say, I know. So
Yeah.
I can't say
He
hi
has
to
to
all my
know.
friends. So,
Get in the comments. I will read your name. I will give you a shout out. Let us know if you're out there. Hit that like button. Get in the comments. We'll give you a shout out there. There we go. All right. Beautiful. It's working now. There we go. People are starting to filter in here. Here we go. Look at it. Oh, we got the sound. Vinny says, love this. Jack's an incredible person. So blessed to call him a friend. Looking forward to this event.
hey, love you, Vinny.
Vinny's just one of the great guys. Isn't he?
Yes.
Suzanne Lucas.
Oh, back from the Wyeth days, we used to work together.
She
Yeah,
she
yeah.
says, get a load of this. Jack is a genius.
I saw that.
One of the smartest people I've ever worked with. Looking forward to hearing.
Wow, that means so much to me. We went through some tough times at Wyeth. We were heading up all of the reduction in forces,
Uh-huh.
so it was really stressful, planning all that out. And she was, a right hand person for me.
Yeah, I've only known you at Stryker.
Yeah,
I haven't known any, prior
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Talk, and I've
Yeah.
never asked you this question. We always ask everybody this question, but how did you kind of
Right.
start in global mobility?
Yeah. Uh, Global mobility was really, the last thing that I worked on. I worked for Wyeth Pharmaceuticals, which Pfizer acquired, I guess, about 15 years ago. But I was with Wyeth for probably 25 years in a lot of major HR positions, finance positions. So more well-rounded in the business. And at the end of the day, had to let myself go. We
How does
stayed
that?
on, we stayed on until the end, and then we let ourselves go. And I landed a great job with Stryker in just global mobility, which is just one part of my job that I had at Wyeth. And I landed with a great company, and I've been there almost 15 years
Wow.
doing it. Yeah.
You were at Wyeth for 25 years, you
Yeah,
said?
close to 25 years. Thought I was going to retire there. It was a fantastic company, and Pfizer acquired us for our products, and there was no more Wyeth. So
Wow.
yeah, it's cool.
Interesting. You never know how things are going to kind of go.
No.
What's something maybe you learned from that experience?
Well, what I learned was that there was a lot more to learn in any company that you're at. I think anyone that's in any kind of job really needs to just look at other things. Don't just look at what you're doing. Get involved in volunteering, and that's how I stayed relevant and stayed with Wyeth as long as I did because I didn't just do my own job. I volunteer to do other jobs.
Mm.
Okay. And that to companies is very valuable.
Why did you do that? And get in the comments, y'all. I
Yeah.
want to hear your thoughts on stuff like this too. Did your career kind of go in a linear progression, or were there some curveballs and unforeseen things, and how'd you handle it?
No, I think it was more of just my personality. I could foresee, and I've always believed that the more relevant you are, the more successful you'll be.
Interesting.
Okay. And so I've always believed in that. Just became part of my personality. My daughter is very much like that. So I just think it's, within us. She started off, working at Vanguard, and she's still there for her first job out of college, and she's still there, but she has grown tremendously there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool. Get in the comments here. We got people checking in. Got a hello here from we got Lisa Fred. We got Zeta Hammond checking in as well. Lisa Frederick says, "Hey Jack."
Hey, Lisa.
Cliff Bierman.
Cliff.
Jack. My man.
Cliff.
Love you. That's so cool. Shannon Barnes checking in. Great advice, Jack. We need to keep learning. Now more than ever, right? Things are changing so fast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't try to hide. This is not the time to hide.
What do you mean by that when you say hide?
Just kind of doing what you've always done and just keep doing it the same way, and thinking, you're going to gain by doing that. You just have to get involved in other areas, even areas that you've never done before.
Yeah.
Any project.
Yeah. Farrell Elliott checking in. Hello from 30,000 feet. See you in Dallas. What's up, Farrell? Farrell, we got you on the Wall of Fame. You got to come sign our picture in our office here. Tim Quirk also on our Wall of Fame. Hello, gents. Jack, you got to join the Wall of Fame today.
I know. I was able to sign my picture. It is so cool. You walk in and you see all these pictures on the wall, all these famous global mobility people. So it's really cool.
Jill, could you grab that for us so we could show people what the? Yeah, can you just get the?
Oh, you want to take it off the wall?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack's translating for me. Zach Turbis says Omaha says hi.
Hey, Omaha.
What up, Omaha? Got an Omaha picture over here.
Yeah.
Look at what Jack did for us here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. This is me and Jack. Jack, you remember where we were when we took this picture?
Yeah, we were in NEI at Omaha.
Yep. And I had found there's a photo booth, which I love a good photo booth. I like photo booth like Jack loves karaoke. And I stole these glasses, these heart-shaped glasses. And I was sitting in the session with these stupid glasses on. I don't know why. I guess I was like, I needed to break this up a little bit. I needed maybe I was bored. So I don't know. ADHD, what are you gonna do, right? So I'm sitting here with these glasses on, and me and Jack took a picture. And then when I was like, what picture am I gonna use of Jack? I'm like, love, man. Love and reload. So Jack here, and then Jack put something on here that he taught me the first time that he ever met me. And it says, "Dear Ben, you are the differentiator."
Yeah, and I've told many of people that when you want advice on career and everything else in this industry, it's so important that you be different, that you be the person that is recognized for a product. It's not so much your product anymore because it's so competitive.
Yeah.
And, if you look at yourself, Ben, you are a differentiator in this industry. Everyone knows your name. They know what
Same
you
for
do.
you too, Jack.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people could do their job 98% of people do their job, kind of just do the job. And then a couple of people, and you're one of those people, say, well, what more can I do? How else can I make an impact? What other things can I volunteer for? Or, you're doing something that's very entrepreneurial right now, even though, that's it's not a business for you, but it's very entrepreneurial, the things you're doing with these quarterly talks and the other side of the coin stuff that you're doing. You want to tell people how did you get started? Why do you do that?
Well, the other side of the coin, that started right after COVID, and there was not a lot of communications going on, and I just started to think, what can I do, to help the industry? And I've always been one to be real honest and upfront, as you know. And I started to take these topics where I see a lot of sugarcoating and just people saying what you want to hear. And I took those and I started to turn them into what people were really thinking.
Yep.
Okay. And a lot of people, a lot of these topics, originally they may say, I'm full of bull or it's not true or whatever. But you know what? After they leave, they think about it and they understand, that's probably the right way to go.
Yeah.
So I just took the opposite approach of sugarcoating and to be realistic.
I agree with you. I mean, that's one of the reasons I started loving Relo was I was like, I'm sitting in these breakout sessions and everybody's like, oh, I agree. I agree. I'm going to piggyback on what they said. I agree with Bob, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what are we doing here? 50 minutes of like, everyone just agrees with everyone else, and experts teaching experts, the same stuff that we all know. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and then you go to the bar and then you have a real
Right.
conversation
Right.
about what's BS or what's really important to people or their families, or like you connect on such a deeper level.
Yeah.
To me, that was the real value of the conference.
And then you'd get a lot of comments afterwards. Then you'd get the people to respond back to you. Even when I facilitate panels, I always make it a rule is you cannot just agree with the person that just said something.
Yes.
Don't just say the same thing they just said.
Yes.
Otherwise you lose value.
And I like that about you. And I think I do this to some degree as well. I mean, sometimes people say Jack's a contrarian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the 80% of folks are going this direction. Yeah. And Jack's like, well, not so fast. He's like Lee Corso, right? At college games, not so fast. And that's kind of that other side of the coin mentality. And I don't always agree with you, Jack, but I mean, I think there's always value in what you're saying. And it's a viewpoint that other people say, but sometimes it's maybe not the popular viewpoint or whatever, but somebody's got to say it and represent it.
Yeah. And not everyone likes me. Not everyone likes my style, but that's impossible to, like everyone. So
I think a lot of people like you. I think you bring some inconvenient ideas up.
Right.
Like people ask Jack for career advice. He says, get out of global mobility. It's like, gosh, not exactly what I was looking for.
Wait, that's for younger people. I do say that. I say that.
I once was a person of an age that Jack would tell
Right.
to get out of here.
No,
I was giving up one. He's like, fine, you're okay.
I know. I say it that way, but I mean it in a way that it's a career step for you, and no one should just stay within one area if they can.
Yeah.
Obviously, not everyone's as lucky as I have been to be able to be with a big company that has stepped on from one career to another. But that's what growth is about: is challenging yourself.
Yeah. We got people checking in. Get in the comments here. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Hit that like button. We got people checking in here from Home Street Service Apartments. Greeting from Wilmington, North Carolina.
And can I just say something about my comment I just said before? Because it sounds like in a corporation, you can only jump from job to job and grow. You can do it as a supplier partner as well. Your supplier partners have projects and IT departments and HR and all these marketing departments. So, I know it's easy for me to say coming from, Fortune 100 companies, but you can do it on a smaller scale too. Get involved in these things.
Yeah, it's a really good point. When I talk to, I'm fortunate to talk to a lot of leaders in the space, presidents, CEOs, and I've noticed the same thing. I talked to Bob Olmsted. He's the president of Serva. Well, he was a finance guy. He's an accountant. And then he went over to operations, right? And now he's a senior leader of a company. Talked to Dave Bensavengo. He was a salesperson. Now he's in leadership. I mean, you talk to these folks, and it's kind of interesting to see how they've tried different things and they've kind of rounded out their skill sets. I mean, even me, I did a stint in operations. It was hard. It wasn't probably my natural skill set, but you learn a lot from it. Yeah, I like that. Get in the comments here. Let us know what you think. Tim Quirk says, hello, gents. What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Good to see you, buddy. I owe you a phone call, my friend. Tim's saying, go, Pack, go. Are we doing football talk right now?
Ready.
Is this what we're doing? We're doing football? All right, Tim, you know what? I'm going to give shout-outs here, and then we're going to get to it. Charles Beatty says, hey, Jack and Ben. What's up, Charles? Charles, I almost took Jack for Chinese food today. But I was like, I can't take Jack for Chinese without Charles. Lisa says I have a picture like that of us from Relo Palooza.
Oh,
You take pictures like this with everybody, Jack? I thought I was special.
you are. You're the only ones in that picture. The one with Lisa, the one with Lisa doesn't have you in it.
Oh, so like when you're with me, you're with me, but when you're not, you're
right,
not. You know what I mean? Okay, I got you. I understand. All right, Jack. I see where you're coming from. Lynn Tamarcio says, "Hey Ben and Jack, I think it's important to cross train. I'm in sales, but can forward my own international shipments thanks to a former manager." Lynn, I like that because it also lets you. You also are in tune with the margins. You're in tune with how to build solutions, which I think as a salesperson you have to do. So when a problem's kind of presented to you, you don't have to go to operations and ask for a solution. They could be busy. You can kind of come up with a solution on your own. I think that's really valuable. Um, Jack, you ever done anything on the sales side, Jack? I know you give
Well,
a sales guy a hard time, Jack. You ever sold anything?
no, actually, I give the sales guys a lot of credit. I always say it's not the salespeople's fault. It's the product they're selling. If it's not different, if you're not giving the salespeople different products, it's not the salespeople's fault. I'm a very supporter. You know, I hate that when I see salespeople losing their jobs when it's not their fault.
Yeah.
You know, it's the company's got to give you a product that is different than someone else. Otherwise, you're just like everyone else. So, did I ever sell? Well, I was in the bakery business. Definitely, we did sales there. That was heavy sales.
Yeah.
I never did, any kind of door-to-door sales or anything like that.
That's hard.
Yeah, that type.
I did door to door for like 3 hours. I got chased off with a shotgun. Yeah, that was it. I'm good. Learned everything I need to know about this. I'm good. Yeah, I love people with that kind of experience though. 'Cause like if you can do that for any period of time, like whether you're selling solar or you're selling, direct TV or whatever it is, you're selling door to door. If you can sell door to door, oh my gosh, you can do anything.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Cliff Bierman saying bucket list item added, Glomo Wall of Fame. Come on, Cliff.
Yeah.
Come on down, buddy. You getting to Dallas anytime soon? Vinny, hey guys, looking forward to the show. What's up, Vinny? I'm looking forward to seeing you in Salt Lake City, Vinny. Going to Salt Lake City this year, Jack?
I will be there. Yeah, I'm getting in Monday.
Okay.
Yep, be a full week, so I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to
Monday,
it.
you're
Yeah.
getting in early.
Yeah, there's some sessions, some things going on Monday.
Corporate housing, maybe a little immigration.
Yeah,
little this.
immigration is big on Monday.
Yeah.
And I want to see what the new WERC is going to look
Work.
like. Work, huh?
Work. What do you think about that work thing, huh?
huh?
Is that a bridge too far or is that like super cool? Work.
Yeah, it's work, but
It's work, but somebody's
it's
gotta do
work,
it, huh?
But yeah, somebody's got to do it.
I think it's obviously there's a lot of fun plays there with that work thing, but it's like, oh, we work now. We're all work now. We're just, work anywhere. Okay. It's ambitious. Yeah, work. It's ambitious for sure. I like it. Mike Falia, good to see you gents on here. Jack looking fresh, like he's ready for the yacht party later. Yacht rock, Jack
Yacht
over
rock.
here. Mike, I picked him up. I said, man, you're ready to go to the Cowboys, the star, dude. You look like a Jones family. You look like a cousin of Jerry Jones over here.
I know. I wore light blue for Dallas.
Yeah, that's a color right there.
It's only because we beat you. That's the only reason.
Oh, man, we're going to get into it.
All
Erica
right,
Burton,
all right.
what's up, OH?
Hey, Erica.
Lisa Frederick, I agree. Jack, so many areas of real help us grow. Being well-rounded helps to bring fresh perspectives. Erica's repping her Steelers in Ohio. Interesting choice. Charles Beatty, let me know. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, buddy. You know where to find me. I ain't hard to find. Jack Taylor, the more you know, the lenses you can see projects through. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Even if you don't know, give it a try. Give it a try.
Never let that stop you.
No.
What do you think about that? I mean, they
Make
say,
it until you make it, right?
They say like, certain people won't go out for something unless they've done it already or unless they fit 100% of the criteria.
Yeah.
Were you a person that faked it till you made it, or were you a person that was like kind of a little more?
Yeah. No, I faked it till I made it in quite a few areas. I mean, my first job was in facilities with a
What were
pharma
you doing in
company.
facilities, Jack?
Yeah, it was a lot of different things, but a lot of office moves, is coordinating telephone moves. I never
Yeah.
did that before,
Telecom back in the day was a
right?
bear.
Yeah, it was like the
The
wires,
wires everywhere. There's wires
right?
everywhere.
It was wires, and you had to know what the jack numbers were.
Yeah.
But I never did that, facilities and planned events and yeah. So there's a lot of jobs that I took on. As long as you have a good department that works for you,
Yeah.
definitely.
There's a saying in the facilities moving business, the commercial moving business, that 70% of people will either get fired or get promoted who manage an office move.
Right,
My old boss used to he'd host these seminars, and that was his hook. It was like, hey, if you're moving, you better come to this seminar because you're either going to get fired or promoted off the back of this thing. Which do you want it to be? You're going up or out? What are you trying to do?
Right.
And he used to get people come in there all the time. And he'd get the carpet guy, the floor covering guy come in, the telecom person would come in, the furniture person would come in, the mover would come in. They'd do a full seminar and they'd sell you everything you needed to know about it. Anyway. Karen Gerba checking in. What's up, Karen? Mike
Karen.
Belia says nobody should be subjected to the Cowboys, Ben. Mike, I think Mike's a Steelers fan. How's Aaron Rodgers working out for you over there? Stole a victory from the Jets. Cliff Bierman, go Bears. Cliff Bierman.
Bears.
Right.
Ooh.
Cliff says, having worked in many verticals, I feel I've learned to respect and appreciate all the roles that help make the finished product happen. Sure. Vinny's saying, I will be there hot off the press. I will be also starting Monday supporting our friends from RDC. What's up, Vin? Relocation Directors Council. Nice.
Vinny, are you one of the mentors they have a new mentorship for new people coming in? I think
I think he'd be a good person to learn from.
I have 2 people coming from Stryker this year, so I'll be
Really
taking them around. Yeah.
Is this their first time?
Yeah.
So what do you tell these new folks when they come in and you say, buckle up, buttercup?
Yeah.
Try
You're gonna get to meet a lot of people. You're gonna learn a lot in a couple of days. So looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking them
What
around.
kind of advice are you giving them on like sleep and
what kind of shoes to wear?
Well, yeah,
and-
attire, like the practical stuff.
Right. I'm giving them a whole list
I
of
feel like you got to give
things.
people a talk in their first
Exactly.
WERC.
Exactly. Yeah. You'll meet a lot of people. You're not going to remember all their names, and
Don't worry, they'll follow up.
No.
Stay in touch.
Right. Just don't take business cards.
Just don't take business cards. It's like a mint on your pillow in jail. Mike Belia said Mike is a Steelers fan. And A-Rod looks fantastic. Yeah. I mean, he looks better than Jets Gang Green. All right, let's get into it. Everybody wants to talk football.
All right.
Eagles played the Cowboys last Thursday to kick off the NFL season.
Yeah. Our main guy gets kicked out of the game in 6 seconds.
Yeah, before the kickoff even, I think, before the snap.
No, it was the kickoff, and it was the first play that didn't go off yet. It was 6 seconds.
And was it Jalen Carter, I think his name
Yeah,
was,
Jalen
right?
Carter, our number 1
Defensive tackle.
defensive tackle. Yeah, he spit on your quarterback.
Dak Prescott.
However, no one's saying what happened before that.
What happened, Jack?
know?
Talk about it.
You can see the video of him spitting on the ground towards Jalen, and nobody saw that.
Sports players spit all the time.
Yeah.
Dak's like, I spit hundreds, maybe 1,000 times per game. I'm constantly spitting.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm hydrated.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Spitting on the ground is a gesture. Spitting on somebody is a crime. That's the difference.
But he just couldn't reach him. That's the only reason it went on the ground.
Spat down, came up.
There
and
was an
looked at him.
angle. There was an angle.
The other guy was making eye contact full time, like, bah, spit
Right,
on
but
your
they both,
chest.
they both came together. They both came together. Yes, he did. He spit. He shouldn't have done it. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it. But just like they had a penalty for taunting, that's exactly what Derek did.
Dak should have got a taunting penalty.
He
you
should have
think?
got a taunting. He should have been thrown out as well. That's
Karen couldn't believe it. What part, Karen? What part? Daniel, get in here. Lisa Frederick, get in here. Vinny, checking in here. Mike Falia. What do y'all think? What should have happened? Was it the right call, the wrong call? Yeah, I mean, Dak, they were exchanging words.
Yeah.
I think I understand why people make the comparison, but I mean, Jalen Carter spit on the dude, point blank. I mean, that's. What about the head slap, Jack? You saw this head slap? I think it was Tyler Guyton was on the edge on he was playing
Oh.
tackle and one of your guys was rushing
Yeah.
and he takes him this way or no he takes him this way and then he like does this thing and like smacks him like across the face. Did
he get penalized for it?
Oh, it was epic. No, he didn't get
He
penalized
didn't get
at all
penalized.
for it.
All right.
It should have been a penalty.
Right.
It was
caught. But
massive
this was
old
different.
school
When you throw
open
somebody
hand
out of the
slap.
game, is major, especially somebody like him. You know, it's major. But
Karen couldn't believe the spit. Yeah. So Mike says it was the right call. You can't spit on it, man. Carter needs to
Absolutely.
know better than that.
absolutely, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and Jack, honestly, you were quick to say that. We were texting each other that night.
Yeah.
You were saying that. Sharon said no one ever should be spit on, period. Yeah. She also said something about throwing snowballs at Santa Claus.
And batteries, we throw batteries.
You guys are so kind.
That was nothing. A spit.
Little space, like
A
you
little
should be so
spit.
lucky.
Come on.
Jeez, it's like the nicest thing you could throw at somebody in Philadelphia.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
And you noticed he didn't wipe it off. He wanted the ref to see it,
He's
like,
hey,
rolling
hey,
down.
yo.
Yeah, right? He
Hey.
didn't like wipe it off or anything.
Hey.
He just like, look, you know,
That's
you need
le- that's-
DNA to prove
That's
it was
leadership.
his.
You got a swab right there. You got a COVID test on my jersey. Right there. What are you
So
gonna
that
do?
shows he knew he was going to get him.
Dak's smart. Dak's heads up, man. He played a
Yeah.
good game, you know. Hosea, the Ben and Jack show, love it. What's up, Hosea? What'd you think
Hey,
about the
Hosea.
spit heard around the world? How are our Cowboys going to do this year? Jack, what is your
Okay.
prognostication for the
All right.
Philadelphia Eagles?
Here's what, let's see if you'll go along with this. How about you and I have a bet, okay. on the next Dallas Eagles game.
This one's in Dallas
Okay,
now.
this one's in Dallas. We can either go that, or we
You're
can
bringing
go
your
with,
D tackle this time.
or we can do the best record. But let's
Oh.
do Dallas Eagles.
Uh-huh.
So if you win, I have to send you an Eagles gift bag of
Okay.
all Eagles stuff. If I win,
Uh-huh.
you send me a gift basket of Dallas stuff.
Uh-huh.
Whatever you're famous. for.
Okay.
You in for something like
Dallas.
that?
How about Philly? A
else?
Philly gift basket or a Dallas. And here's the problem. This is the unfortunate part. Jack, if I win, Jack's gonna get like brisket or something.
No.
Okay. If he
Pretzel.
wins, I'm gonna get cheese whiz. This is the difference here. Like it's a lose for me. Okay. Like
You're
I-
afraid to bet. You're afraid to do it.
no,
Come on.
I'm
Come-
in. I'm
you're
in. I will.
All right.
I will bet you a
Okay.
gift basket.
Okay.
Wait. So now say the bet one more time. So I
All
want to
right.
make sure I understand the rules.
All right. So if you lose,
If I lose,
then you send me a Dallas.
I have to send you a gift bag, not Dallas Cowboys stuff, but like
No,
Dallas.
Yeah,
stuff.
Dallas. Yes. You know,
Okay.
nice steak or
Nice,
something.
nice steak. See what you
They
get.
come-
You get like I get like pencil thin shaved ribeye, and he gets a nice inch and a
Steak.
half ribeye. I mean that's the
comes-
difference.
Yeah, they come frozen. you know.
All right, yeah. So I'm
All right.
sending Jack a gift basket
Right.
or a Dallas
Right.
gift.
Right.
That'll be fun.
And I'll send the
Is it
Philly
Buc-ee's?
gift. Yeah,
I'm getting
we have
Wawa.
tasty cake,
Tasty cakes.
Philly
Oh
pretzels.
my gosh, tasty cakes are basically like the ding dongs of. I mean, this is like Drake's cakes. This is like highbrow stuff here.
I'll find you something.
Yeah, you'll find me something. You'll have to go to King of Prussia or something probably to find something decent out there. Let's do it. All right, no, we got another one coming up. Okay, Jose says in Dallas, no spit this time. Honestly, Jose, I hope they spit because we don't need that D tackle in the game. Okay, we need to eat those yards up. We were getting some good yards with Williams, Javonte Williams.
He dropped a couple of passes and
Dropped
made
like
the
3 or 4
difference.
passes.
Two real.
Dropped a touchdown.
Yeah,
Dropped a third down,
It
third and 10.
happens. It happens.
All right, we got one more here for you.
Oh, what?
Philly sports, the classiest. Sharon, don't call me Karen, says between that and the Karen that stole the
Karen.
baseball from the young boy, I'm sticking to watching Real Housewives.
Oh, come on. They're selling great T-shirts. If anybody needs a T-shirt, send me what size.
What's
With
the T-shirt?
Karen's picture on it in a Phillies outfit. Yeah.
I heard they're
That
calling her
was-
Karen the Ball Snatcher.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things they're calling her. That was.
But you know, it was a shining moment for Philadelphia because right afterwards, someone from the Phillies came out, a nice lady who kind of was being a little loud and dramatic about it. But she's like, "Oh, we have this gift basket
Yeah.
for you. We got all this jersey and this ball," and she was being real over the top so that Karen could see all that she wasn't getting
Right.
because she snatched the ball from this.
So what should have the guy? What should he have done? What would you have done?
Well, first of all, it's a loose ball until it's not.
Oh yeah.
Now, if
Yeah.
her hand is on it and he snatches the ball from her, then that's different,
Right.
right? I mean, once you have possession,
Right.
like, because this is the other thing, you could be touching it, like it could be bobbling
Right.
around, and everybody's got a finger on it. But once you have that grip on there, you can't. And once you steal that, I mean, that's larceny at that point.
Right.
But then she goes over, and this is a problem. She goes over to the dad who hustled for that ball, had given it already to the son,
Right.
and it's like, "You stole that ball from me," and she made it out like he took it out of her hand, and I didn't.
It was on the ground.
It looked like it was on the ground.
On the ground.
Now he came from way over here,
Right. That's what
to go
she
make a
was-
play on the
right.
ball,
That's what she was saying. It wasn't in your area. Which
bro. Like, so what? Like, since when does that happen? You gotta
he
catch your own
should have
ball.
taken the ball and thrown it onto the field. That's what he should
It's
have
just
done.
like, oh yeah, this
There it
boom.
is. There you go.
She would have lost her marbles. She would have thrown a beer at this guy. Oh my gosh.
He did the right thing for his son.
He gave it-
He learned the lesson.
He was the bigger man.
Yeah,
and he was, you know what?
exactly.
He was rewarded. For
Yeah.
it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What would you have done, Jack?
I probably would have given it back too. you
I probably
know?
wouldn't have given it back.
I
I would have
would've.
told her to go
But your
take
son.
a
would-
long walk off a short pier.
Yeah, but your son would be. You wouldn't. See, you wouldn't do that because your son would be standing there. So.
I think I would. I don't, and because listen, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to say like they would do the right thing. I don't know what the right thing is. I would have done. I would have a very hard time.
Yeah.
I have a very hard time like accepting that. You just come over here and then like no, because you're
Yeah.
like upset about it. I don't know, all that righteous indignation. I don't. You know what I might have done? I might have pulled a Jalen Carter on her. Is what I might have done. I might have said, yo, I need 15 yards. There's about to be a penalty. That's what I might have done. I don't know, man. Jill, what would you have done? Somebody comes over and wants the ball back.
People pleaser would probably hand it to them.
All right.
I would be like, I'm so sorry.
Have you ever caught a ball at a baseball game?
No.
You ever caught a ball at a baseball game?
I have not.
So
no.
rare.
Yeah.
Like you go
Yeah.
your whole life on it, and you know you're with your son, and it
Right.
happens, and you get it, and you hustle, and you like you
Right.
earned
You
it.
Dove for
Oh,
it.
Man, I would have been so angry about it. Sharon says you wouldn't do that in front of your son.
Yeah.
Sharon, you haven't met my kids. First of all, they're already too far gone, Sharon, at this point. Okay, my kids. Oh man, you're right, Sharon. I'm such a good person. We got someone says I had a hockey puck stolen from me in a Preds game once.
Ooh,
Predators.
Yeah.
So they call their team in Nashville.
There was somebody that just stole a hat off of a kid. Was it a tennis match or a baseball? Was anybody
Well,
else?
there was a U.S. Open thing.
It was the U.S. Open, right? He came over and stole his hat right off his head.
Yeah. Vinny makes a good point. And she confronted someone else at this game. This was not her only incident.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Vinny says, I probably would have kept the ball as well. Thank you, Vinny. Yeah, Mateo's getting that ball, bro. Like, Karen's not getting that ball. I'm sorry. Mateo's getting that ball. Like, yeah. People are laughing over here. Karen, can she even show her face? Yeah, she's
Oh,
having
yeah.
a tough
she's
a
out
week.
there.
That one. Deanna says, I'm surprised Dak didn't fall down.
Right? Right? He stood there like
Oh.
showing, look.
Like pull a LeBron.
It's penetrating. It's touching my skin.
Oh my oh my gosh. Sharon says I've met both your boys. All right, fine, Sharon. This is wise. Yeah, I don't know why your name's because you probably don't share. You probably don't allow. It's probably a permission setting. Janet Olkowski, I just joined. Not surprised that the topic of conversation is a Philly Karen and Jalen Carter. Geez, we can't get away from the bad rap. Go Birds. Well, Janet, you keep putting wood on the fire and asking why it's warm. I mean, just saying.
We have to have something in Philly. It's but
Yeah.
but our players are that good. They don't get caught up in this. They have no idea what's going on, and I truly believe that. It's like they do not read about it. They don't get caught up in it. Sometimes I think our team is almost too quiet. If you look at our sidelines, like Jalen, he's really quiet.
Jalen
man.
is a very quiet guy.
Yeah.
He's very.
Even Saquon. We have a really calm team. You see these other teams slapping each other, the offense and everything, congratulating. Not our guys. It makes us nervous, actually.
It's all those Alabama. It's all those Alabama players.
There we go. That's right.
Hey,
Alabama.
Jack, we were talking about the first time we, not the first time, but when I came to Jersey, you were kind enough to have me to your place in Jersey, and I wanted to put a question out there for everybody. Jack took me. Jack took me out on the boat. We saw the sunset. It was beautiful. We went to dinner.
We had wine together.
We had wine. We told each other what we like about one another.
Right.
It was very nice. But we went to the boardwalk in the Jersey Shore, and we played like boardwalk games, which was so fun. It's like one of those things where it's like and this sounds really bad, but it's fun to do these things when you don't have kids with you,
Right.
because it's like because your kids usually get all the attention, they get all the tickets, they get all the money, they get all the things. It's fun like as an adult to go do this stuff. So I was going to ask everybody out there before we get into this story, what is your favorite boardwalk game? You go to a carnival or a boardwalk, whatever, county fair, state fair. What is that game that you're playing when you're down to your last, few bucks and you're like, I got to win a plushie. I got to win a stuffed animal for somebody I care about. What's your go-to game? Jack, you got a go-to game? You're out there on the shore.
All right. For myself, if I'm playing against a lot of other little kids, I'll do the water gun race.
Ooh, that's a good one. Why do you do the water gun race?
Because I'll beat the other little kids. I know I can reach over farther than the kids.
He's taking that 2-inch advantage. He's taking that.
Yeah.
The trick with the water gun race, so I'm going to give people some real game here. If you really need to win something for your kids and look like a hero, go to the water gun race, but watch. Watch 2 or 3 races. There's always going to be the same seat is going to tend to win. One of those water gun seats is just, it's different. It's calibrated differently. It goes faster, something happens. So like for us, it was like seat 7 or something. I'm watching, 7's winning. People tend to stay. They won. They're like, shoot, I'm going to win again. Maybe I get 2, I trade it in, I get the big one, whatever. So then as soon as that person gets up, boom, I hop on that seat.
See, now I would have thought that I'd
lean over.
I'd watch the ones that continuously lose because they get stretched. So now they're getting weak. So I go for the ones that have been stretched a lot. I'll wait for that.
Wow.
Because that makes them weaker. But
get into the comments here. I want to know, what is your game at the boardwalk, at the carnival? Lisa's like, this story is so romantic. Yes, it is, Lisa. Janice says the water gun squirting games. Yes, anyone can play that.
I don't know the last time you were at a boardwalk or not.
Probably with you.
They used to be 25 cents for like you get 5 darts to shoot at a balloon. Now it's $5 for 1 dart. You get 3 darts for $10. No joke. I'm not kidding. 3 darts for $10. And there's, it's hard to get it. Well, you got me you won. Yeah, he got me a teddy bear when we were down there. I'm telling you.
I did.
It's just getting more emotional.
It really is.
Every minute here.
Jack, can you put your hand next to your face again so we can zoom in real quick for you? There you go. We lost chat. No, just don't wave it. Just they already know you. Wait. Do it again. Other side maybe. No, put one down. Just one. There it is. Oh.
Am I back?
Yeah. No. I mean, you're there, but you're.
What's going on?
That's better, but not all the way here. Hold on. I don't know. We got to zoom you in here, buddy.
All
We're going to try to figure this out here. Our normal producer's off today.
right.
Trying to figure it out.
So I got the best here, huh?
Yeah, you got the 18,
Thank you.
buddy.
Thank you.
You got the 18. There we go. We get a little tighter there. That's what you want. That's what you tuned in for. More Jack. There you go.
There we go.
Brian Smith says skee ball's his game.
Okay, you like getting those tickets, right? Those hundreds of tickets that come
And then
out.
you go back and
and
you
then you go get the gifts.
get Chinese finger cuffs or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. You know how they work? Chinese finger
How?
cuffs? Do you know how to get them off? You push together.
Push them together.
Ah,
Counterintuitive.
right. You push together.
I feel like there's a life lesson in that. That's nice. That's real nice.
I'm giving you all this great information.
Zeta says she does that one as well. Vinny says for me it's Tin Can Alley for sure.
Tin can.
What's the secret, Vinny, with the tin cans? Get in there. I want to
Was
know.
that when you throw the ball at the pier? Of...
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can aim for the
Yeah.
bottom ones for sure.
Yeah. Well, and the basketball one you can't win because I don't think the ball fits through the hoop.
The trick with the basketball one is you have to do the full sized one. I'll go for that one. When you do the close one, they'll give you like a large ball with like a small rim or something,
Yeah, it's
and then like the rim's like a little jank, like a little like twisted like that. I think the key is to throw it underhand.
okay.
Gotta do a little flick.
Yeah, you gotta get it real lofty,
Yeah.
like a nice floater.
Yeah.
Swish.
I'm a big fan of using the backboard on those things. I think
Really?
if you're not using the backboard, you're underselling yourself.
Drinking the opposite.
Well, let's go. I mean, Lindsay Altman can tell you what happens if Papa shot and you want to come take shots at the king over here. That's fine. I got an intern off Papa shot one time.
Oh.
Yep. We play for people. Lisa.
Somehow
said,
that
"Oh,
doesn't sound right.
that's global mobility. People say, what do you do for a living? I say global mobility. I say, what's that? I was like, it's basically human trafficking with compliance. A little dash of compliance.
Oh,
on
that's
top,
great.
you
I got to
know?
remember that.
It's basically human trafficking with a little bit of compliance on top, you know?
Human trafficking with compliance.
People are like, oh, I love that for you. I'm like, that's, yeah, all right. Scott says, that's sweet, Ben. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Zach Turbis says, used to be speed pitch. He's a baseball
Ooh,
player,
Okay.
but I don't know about that anymore. Very cool. So do you do the tin can then, Zach? Scott says, this one's good for anger management. Yeah. Yeah, the dart one's cool. Sometimes the balloons can be a little underinflated,
Yeah.
but I enjoy that one. I do I like the big basketball, like the full-size rim, far away. I actually met King Griffey doing that in Tampa. I was at Tampa at not Universal Studios, Busch Gardens. Thank you. It was Busch Gardens. Thank you, Joe. Good job there. Look at that.
She's here.
That's she might be a full-time producer.
worth
She mess around.
She's worth it.
Yeah. So I'm over there and I'm shooting, and there was this little girl next to me, and I'm pretty decent, but this girl was just killing it. And she wasn't even playing for the stuffed animals. She was just over there just getting some practice. And she's like little, like, I don't know, maybe 8, 9. And I turned to her dad, and I'm about to say she's really good. I look at it's freaking Ken Griffey Jr. I'm like triple Ken Griffey Jr. I'm like, she's really good. He's like, yeah. I'm like, because his dad played in the majors. They were the first, I think, the first father-son team to play on the same All-Star team. Maybe it was either that or Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonds, but they were one of them. Yep. Kerwin Guillermo.
Oh, hey, Kerwin.
Let me pivot this conversation towards mobility with all the boardwalk inflation observations and different approaches to play these games within the rules. Any creative examples you want to spotlight as organizations respond to current global trends? Kerwin, thanks for keeping us honest. Kerwin, I have a picture for you to sign too for our wall of fame. Kerwin's got a question, Jack. Any creative examples you want to spotlight as organizations respond to current global trends?
Well, I think from an international perspective, I think we need to take advantage of our partners rather than us trying to keep up every day with all the changes going on. I mean, that's why you outsource. And I think that's where more people have to really rely on their immigration partners, to help them through what's going on, through how complex this has been. The second thing on the trend of, business being lower, okay, I think it's to really take the approach that this is reality and not to wait for, before COVID to come back to that kind of level. Instead, look at doing things in other avenues, in other channels, in other businesses. And a lot of companies that are doing well, it's exactly for that reason. Okay. And it's not to put blinders on. And I remember last year, and that saying scared me. I forgot what it was, something about 2025, waiting for 2025 to
Stay alive for
stay
till
alive for
25 or something.
2025. And I was saying to myself, that's such a wrong way of looking at this. It's don't sit back and wait. It's do things that are going to now adjust to what's going on today, and don't try to fight companies and telling them they're doing things wrong. Okay, there's a lot of energy that's going into, saying that the company is doing it wrong. They need to provide full reload, or they need to spend more money. It's hard to convince a company that they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, when it costs more.
I mean, I've said that. I've been one to say that, but I do think that when we make that argument, we have to make it. If we're going to make that argument, we have to make it at like the C-suite level, because otherwise we're just talking to people who already have a budget. It's already been that decision's already been made, and it kind of is what it is. And we're trying to argue with people that don't necessarily have the control or the power to change that. And I think that is frustrating for both sides. I do think that the case might be made, but it needs to be made at a different level. But you seem to be saying that it's really none of our business how the company wants to invest in it. We just have to kind of take the requirements.
Well, I'm not saying it's not our business, but if you're going to try to support something, show it with real data. Okay. And I'm saying real data. I'm not talking about saying, oh, there's 90% of failed assignments. Well, we have no backing.
Well, how do you get
do
real
that.
data if you're a service provider, right? And the corporation's kind of holding the data.
Right.
Like you have it in your, Workday system or your, HRIS system. How do we get the data to make the case?
If the corporation's not collecting the data, then you as a supplier will not have the data. You can't collect the data without the corporation providing you that data.
I like what you said though before about working with the suppliers more. I would, we hear our mobility counterparts saying that they want a seat at the table. As a supplier, I always wanted a seat at the table. I felt like I was brought in after the requirements were already established and say, okay, here, bid on this, bid on this RFP. Well, I want to be there to talk about, are these even the right questions to be asking? Is this the right set of services to even, what if we could save you money? Let's just assume cost savings, something people are always interested in. I don't know. What if we could save you money by altering the requirements and having the same type of employee experience or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting to bring suppliers upstream to have more strategic conversations. Do you ever envision that being a possibility, or is that a room that?
Well, I guess, I guess the question really needs to be asked to the corporates. Is there something wrong with your program? Is there something wrong with your program? Because suppliers are making the assumption that there's something wrong with your program.
But who's going to admit there's something wrong with the program? Because isn't that to admit then there's something, like, isn't that to take some blame yourself as
How can you
program
improve
manager?
it? How can you improve it if the corporate is not acknowledging that we have a problem? That's what I'm saying. And I don't know for sure, but it's just my opinion is a lot of corporates that I talk to feel that they have a good program.
Well, and I think at this point in the growth and development of mobility, I mean, we're at a very mature cycle of the growth phase, right? So programs that have been around for 10, 20 years, probably are pretty well optimized. So I understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Kerwin says, absolutely, Jack Jampel. We need to keep playing offense during these times to find pathways where we can persevere and claim irrelevance. What will still differentiate and where we can win and stay aggressive.
I don't think any of your good companies, or most, whenever I say something, someone's going to say, oh, this one company does it differently. But most companies are very competitive in their relocation programs. Most good companies. I mean, when you go to corporate roundtables, you hear the same types of benefits. There's nothing magical about it. What's really happening, and the elephant in the room is business is down. Okay, so their suppliers are trying to increase business by saying we're doing something wrong. We need more better employee experience, so buy our services. Okay, I'm not saying that's wrong. Okay, but it's not the true picture that a corporation sees. You can tell me that story, but I'm not going to get to my CFO. And most people in our positions will not get to their CFOs on this to say we need to spend $5 million more because we'll have better retention rates. Show me the data.
Well, it's hard to prove what hasn't happened yet. Right?
Exactly.
Say better retention rates. Right?
Yeah.
That's hard to prove. I think the one conversation that I see bubbling up more to the C-suite level is probably the immigration conversation.
Yes.
Because you have wholesale swaths of talent that are impacted by, those policies and things like that. Let's see. Cliff Bierman says, you don't know what you don't know. Ain't that the truth, Cliff? He says, good or good enough? Are many people just happy with the status quo? What do you think about that? Are people just happy with the status quo? Should they be happy with the status quo?
Well, my thing has always been, if there's no noise, I'm doing my job. Okay. If my survey results are good, I'm not seeing any kind of bad surveys. As far as I know, I'm doing my job. If no one is coming to me and saying people are not taking jobs because of relocation benefits, then I'm doing my job. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my strategic part of it. I'm helping the business. I'm trying to be competitive in what I do.
Yeah.
Okay. If I see something wrong, if I see, we're not competitive, then I'm doing my job in addressing that. But I haven't seen that, in my program.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I mean, we have lived in kind of a no news is good news kind of environment. I agree with that. Bruce Waller says, great point, Jack. I'm excited to speak about defining problems at WERC Global 25 conference this year. He says, see you tomorrow at NTRP. Bruce, good to see you, buddy. Stop by the office sometime. Love to put you on our wall of fame as well. Let's see. Anandita Chaudhary says, hey, Ben and Jack, can't wait to meet you both in person shortly. Yeah, we got to go to a happy hour soon. Christine Reichenberger is in the house as well.
Hi, Christine.
Love Christine.
I haven't seen her for ages.
I know. Christine, what's popping? Gotta come out, yo. Speaking of, we got this happy hour coming up soon. And, I want to give people more gems here, but I think we got to move on to overrated, underrated. Jack, you ready to play a game?
All right, we'll play that game.
Let's play that game. Overrated, underrated. Jack, it's the game everybody's been waiting for. Do you know how to play?
I believe I do.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to give you a topic, and then you're going to tell me if it's either overrated or underrated, and I will tell you if you are correct.
Oh,
There's a
twist. You are the king.
Twist. I am on this show. On the other side of the coin, tell me I'm an idiot all day long, but here I go. All right, first one up, overrated, underrated, the tush push.
Oh, that is totally overrated as far as people using it as an excuse that it gives us some unfair advantage.
Everybody could do it, right?
Everybody can do it. It's a big quarterback sneak with a little bit.
With a little oomph.
Yeah.
A little extra oomph.
And let me tell you, our linemen don't like it. Some of them were hoping that it was denied. that was canceled.
I heard that.
They're hurting. They get hurt.
They get beat up doing that.
But anybody could do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think
does seem
it's-
unstoppable, but you're right.
Yeah.
Like anybody could do it. I yeah, I think it's underrated from a perspective. I think everyone should do it.
Yeah.
I imagine it was kind of like the quarterback sneak for a long time. It's still quarterback sneak, still a pretty successful play.
Yeah. So,
This just has a little extra. This gets you maybe 2 yards, whereas the
Yeah.
quarterback sneak gets you 1. Yeah, I think it's so hard to stop. You know, I was watching that Dallas game, and it's like if it got down to third and like less than 3, I'm like, oh,
2 downs.
yeah, you know, and it makes you play differently. Like you have to really shut them out the first and second
Yeah.
down until it's 3rd and 10.
Right.
Because if it's 3rd and short,
Yeah.
forget about it. You've lost already. It's very demoralizing. Let's see here. Got some good comments coming in here. All right, the tush push overrated as an excuse. Yeah, I'll
Yes,
give you
exactly.
that one.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, I'll give you that
Yeah.
one. All right.
Agree, that's an excuse.
Although I think it's underrated I think everyone should be,
Oh yeah,
that
from that
tush.
perspective, yeah. There's
you
no
know,
reason.
why not, right? All right, next one up. Overrated, underrated. The Jersey Shore GTL. Cabs here.
I think it's underrated. I think we get a bad rap, from TV shows and things like that. It is the greatest place to be. The Jersey Shore, having a
3
beach,
reasons why the Jersey
boardwalk.
Shore is awesome, Jack.
The beach, it's
Okay.
they replenished it. It's gorgeous, clean sand. Then you got the boardwalks, okay, and it's just amazing for the kids with the rides
Yeah.
and the food. You can't go wrong with with the ice cream and large slices of pizza, and it's just great. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Jersey Shore, huh?
yeah,
You know, I haven't spent a lot of time on the Jersey Shore. That night out with you was magical.
yeah.
But I don't know if they'd all be like that. But there's only one way to find out. Jersey Shore underrated. All right, 2 points for Jack here. Here we go. Let's see. Jillian says the show and the location are so
Yeah.
underrated. Jim Tan Laundry. Lisa knows. Karen saying underrated. Janet Okowski saying underrated.
Yeah.
Look at that. Grenades. All right, let's go. Next one up. Aggregators, overrated, underrated.
Ooh. Yeah. Underrated. Oh, I don't even know who's on this call. See, I can't even see who's on this
Just
call,
be-
but I'm
be
going to be
honest.
me,
Be
okay?
honest, Jack.
I think it's underrated. I'm
Underrated.
not, well, let me see if I'm playing it
Yeah.
underrated because of the fact that I don't think it's as powerful as everyone makes it out to be as an excellent tool. And that's where I'm going with that. So I'm
Okay.
not sure if I used it right.
I think overrated.
Okay,
is
then
probably
it's
where you're going.
overrated because people think
People
it's
are-
a great tool.
Yes, they think too
Okay,
highly of it.
Okay, yeah, yes.
What's missing?
Overrated.
What's happening? Where's the disconnect?
The disconnect is not totally understanding the whole process, pricing, how temp housing fits into that. It seems like the whole industry is just looking at aggregators as, this bad thing for the industry. And I think there's just not a good understanding of what's the value to us as a corporation and the temp housing agencies are saying, how can aggregators be a better deal than just going directly to a temp house?
Right, because typically you're disintermediating. That's the strategy, meaning removing layers in the process and
Right.
stripping out cost, making things more efficient. But an aggregator actually adds another layer. Therefore, a layer of cost, a layer of potentially complication, or another step in the process. However, the idea too is that it gives you access to a lot more capacity and options, pricing, and makes things more competitive. You know what? My issue here with aggregators is aggregators, I think, are symptomatic of a larger trend, which is looking for the easy button, looking for a shortcut or a way to just, anytime you use the word just, to oversimplify a process. And I think you lose a lot of the nuance that goes into it. Like you say, okay, I need corporate housing in Dallas. For instance, we're picking on corporate housing. I don't mean to pick on my friends' corporate housing, but I need corporate housing in Dallas. Well, Dallas is a big, varied place. You know, there's a lot of neighborhoods. There's a lot of things that go into it. When you're just pulling data in, inadvertently, you can't pull everything, so you're losing a lot of things are lost in translation. I think I think I think they're overrated. I think they're overrated because they make promises that they can't fulfill. I think though, whenever we see these large ubiquitous types of technologies and game changer technologies, it's where the market's heading. It's just not there yet. Like I think about ChatGPT the same way.
Yeah.
It's inevitable that AI and these things it's where we're going. It's just not there
It's not
yet.
there yet, and especially not in our industry.
Yeah.
I say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, another point for Jack here. People are asking, people say, what about the relationships and personal touch?
Yeah, and you know what though? I also put, I don't want to use the word, I'll use it, the blame on the RMC. Are they really watching out for the best interest of their client? And I don't know. Is it? If you ask, a direct relationship versus an aggregator to a client, if we don't know the difference in costs and it's so, hidden or not understood,
Yeah.
we trust our RMCs to be doing the right thing for us.
To be vetting it.
Yeah.
Well, and true. And if our RMCs are relying on aggregators, I mean, they're kind of shortcutting maybe some of their own supply chain management responsibilities. People are saying Ben knows Jersey Mike's. Actually, my step cousin worked at the first Jersey Mike's.
Oh, really? In New Jersey?
Yeah. Was that a Point Pleasant thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all over that area.
Yeah. Worked at Jersey Mike's there. But anyway, let's keep it moving here. Overrated, underrated. This one's for Jillian. Skydiving.
Oh,
Jumping out of plane, Jack? The Cowboys beat the Eagles this season. You jumping
it
out
is
of
so overrated. What did I tell you earlier? I said, why would anybody jump out of a really good plane with
Perfectly
nothing
good
wrong?
aircraft.
Perfectly good aircraft. Why would you jump out of it?
And Jillian said, I want to know what it feels like. And I said, I'm really curious what dying feels like, but I'm not in a rush. No, so you would never jump out of a plane, Jack?
No, that's one thing I would not do. Like I said, I don't even like roller coasters. No.
Yeah, roller coasters rubbed me the wrong way, too. Phil Cliff says, oh no, here comes Jack's transparency speech. Kerwin says, aggregators all about your why and what you value.
All about the why. Talk more about that. What do you mean by that?
Good to know, Kerwin. Yeah, talk more about
Tell
it.
me more.
Jillian says, I can't say whether skydiving is over or under because I haven't done it yet, but I will be trying it at some point. You gotta set a date, Jill. You gotta set a goal. For my 27th birthday. She is now 26.
Okay.
Hurtling towards 30.
Okay. And you'll do it tandem, right? I mean, tied.
You
to
got to do
someone.
tandem.
Oh,
I
you
think,
have
right?
to?
Your first
Yeah,
time.
you're not allowed to.
Well, you can do it solo, but it's gonna be your last time.
Yeah.
So your first time you do it tandem, your last time you do it solo. That's what they say. Yeah, skydiving's not for me, Chief. I'm gonna pass on that one. I don't know. Nope. No. Sorry.
No.
Jill, I think you should do it though. Kerwin, I'm gonna say that comment. That's an awesome comment. Last one up here. Overrated, underrated grocery store birthday cakes.
They're overrated.
People don't know this. Jack used to be a
Yeah,
baker.
I was a baker, so
Many
I'm going to say
years.
that they're overrated. They're not as good as the, neighborhood bakeries.
Yeah, but then why? But how come they're so successful then, Jack?
Because it's ease.
market
it's
has
kinda like
spoken,
it's
Jack.
kind of like aggregators.
How are you going to tell your customer,
it's
Jack, what
like-
they need?
it-
They're asking for birthday cakes from Kroger, and you're
That's
telling
right.
them what they need,
It's
Jack?
like aggregators. Everything is there. Okay,
They
you
are
you may
aggregators.
pay more, but it's easy. And
My
that's- they're
Buzz Lightyear from
aggregators.
Albertsons, man. I hate birthday cakes from grocery stores. I think they all taste alike. I never want to eat them. You know, in that point of the party, right? It's always like a kid's birthday party too, where they're cutting the cake, you know, and they got the sheet cake, and it's like, do you want it 20 pieces, you want 30 pieces, whatever, you know, and it's just a total mess, you know, and there's icings all gunked up on the knife, and you're trying to cut it, and you're just basically just mashing it at this point. Who wants cake? And then everyone's got to take that obligatory piece. You have one
Yeah.
bite, you chuck it in the trash when the mom's not looking. They're so bad.
If I told you what buttercream was made out of, you wouldn't eat buttercream. There's not much butter in it.
What is it?
Lard.
Lard? Lard and like
Sugar.
shortening, right? Isn't that what they call it? Lard? Yeah.
Shortening.
Like Crisco and
and
then they put
there's
in
some
the
butter in it. and
the
flavor.
granulated or the not granulated powdered
sugar,
which is also
yeah.
cornstarch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like lard and cornstarch. It doesn't taste.
Yeah. So get whipped cream. If you're gonna get a birthday cake, that's the closest you're gonna enjoy something.
Brian says birthday cake from the bakery, 100%. Brian Smith, are you a carrot cake every birthday kind of guy? Brian Smith is the foremost carrot cake aficionado that I personally know. I was having a piece of carrot cake at his favorite carrot cake spot. We were in Detroit. I think, was it J. Alexander's, Brian? So eating this carrot cake, I bite down and I break my tooth.
Ooh, on a nut.
There was like a
shell, a nutshell.
I think it was like a piece of grit, like a little piece of, I think it's a piece of stone. I don't know. I bit down and I chipped my tooth.
Did it have nuts in it?
Yes, it did have
it was a piece of shell. When you buy the nuts, they come in big containers.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's probably a piece of shell that was in it. You bit down on it.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it broke my tooth.
Ooh.
It was terrible. Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Kerwin, love seeing you too. Kerwin's got a question here. You asked him a little bit about the why comment. Kerwin writes, do you value scale? Not all temp living are equal. Cost transparency can be achieved with aggregators. Actually, I think earn more than their alternatives. He goes on to say, do I want consistency? Do I want access? Do I want choices? Do I value tech? As aggregators tend to invest more in tech given their balance of assets. This is kind of his point, I guess he's saying.
Okay, so no, I agree with you on that, but it's the RMC's responsibility to ask that question of us, the clients. What do we want? Do we want tech? Do we want consistency? But I don't think any RMC asks their clients that question. That's a great question that you ask, but I doubt that there's any RMCs that ever say that to their client that have aggregators.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, if you're an RMC, you kind of need to roll with one service delivery method. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna give Jack likes tech, I'm gonna give him this, and these people want high touch, I'm gonna give them that. You know, I mean, you kind of have to pick your method and go with it. And so Brian corrects me, the salad broke your tooth. He will defend Jay Alexander's honor until the grave. That carrot cake is, above reproach. Scott Williamson says HEB stepping up the quality. Love seeing you too, Kerwin. When am I going to see you next, Kerwin? Let me know, because I got something I need you to sign, buddy. Jack, this is always fun, man. It's always so great having you here. And you want to maybe just leave us with a final thought before we sign off?
No, I appreciate being here again with you, Ben, and having the opportunity, to talk to everyone out there. And I do have another session coming up on, what did I say, the 14th of October.
Yep, we got it scrolling on the bottom here.
Yeah, October 14th, where all we're going to do is we're going to tell some personal stories. I've spoken to so many people and have heard some stories that just define who people are and why they're the way they are. So I'm going to give an opportunity people to just volunteer and tell some personal stories that they have been keeping inside them and have never had an opportunity, to talk about it. So that's what we're going to do on this show. And hopefully we get a lot out of it.
That's awesome. Sounds like a lot
Thank
of fun.
you,
Yeah, check that out. Email Jack for details on that upcoming quarterly industry catch-up call, October 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Sounds awesome. I will, I will see you guys tomorrow. We are going to be doing a live at a special time at noon Central, live from NTRP. And then on Wednesday, we have Philip Wynn here in studio. And that's going to be awesome. So if you're in the Dallas area, make sure to let us know. You come by, sign the Wall of Fame. We'll put you on our wall. You can sign a picture of yourself. It'll be super awesome. You don't have to write me a message, but you can. It's way cooler if you do. And you can also get on Love and Relo. So if you're here, it's always more fun to do it in person. Take care, everybody. We will see you tomorrow at noon Central.